Okay, so the holiday I chose to do was for my paper was the U.S. holiday Juneteenth, and in this PowerPoint, I'm just going to be talking about a little bit of history about it, um, how consumers react to it, what they do, what marketers do during this holiday, and then also certain businesses and what they do as well. So, to get us started, just a little bit of history. Um, on Juneteenth. It's a holiday that's celebrated on June 19th. Um, and it pretty much just recognizes and celebrates um, the actual freedom of African American slaves um, in Texas. Because actually, for some reason, 2 years later, they were finally informed that African Americans were set free after Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863. So it's just crazy how 2 years later, they finally were given the information to be free. But now, this holiday is celebrated for this freedom. Like I said, like I just said, it's celebrated because of the freedom now to celebrate the holiday through activities of parades, family gatherings. My family actually, celebrates this, so that's kind of why I chose to do this holiday. And through like food, so like barbecue, soul food, music, and dancing. I mean, it's just a day of also full of education and speeches and prayer. It's just a day to where it just recognizes Black culture and the Black community, and just just uplifting Black Americans. So how do consumers interact with the holiday? So one, with opportunity, it gives opportunity again, like I said, for the Black community to express their Black culture. Um, like I said, also with the style of clothing, there's merch, there's T-shirts. What I'm saying. The food also, the food's a big part. Barbecue, soul food type fooding, and music. Black music. Um, it also allows the opportunity to bring people together and make them feel included and embraced. That brings to the emotional part for consumers. That sense of love and belonging as they're supported through reunions, barbecues, parades, shared meals, just any coordinated groups to feel a connection back to their Black culture and feel like a strong, united community. I feel like that's a big thing, and also allows them to tie to Black businesses and support Black businesses as well. So, marketers' main role, I kind of talked about how in my paper, one thing they did good and one thing they did bad. Um, so, one thing marketers could use this holiday for the bad, obviously, would be to market on the emotional side for consumers to get them to buy their product, using slogans to sell discounts. Like it's Juneteenth, or if you want to support the Black community, use 20%. I feel like marketers really now though don't use this too much. I feel like they really just use to educate now. As you can see, I put this up on the left to show it's a marketing ad to show how to prepare for Juneteenth. It gives out educational advice. It gives out what to expect. It tells you what not to put on, and what to expect and cherish. So I feel like marketers do more of this, but I know there are some marketers that only use to gain profit using the emotional side it brings, which can really be a dark, a bad or a darkness on the Black community. Um, Business roles during this holiday. So a lot of small owned businesses get a lot of shows recognition. Um, from this holiday, obviously, supporting them, supporting the Black community. That's really what small Black owned businesses do. So that's a real big role. They get a lot of attention and a lot of media. Another type of business that get a lot of media that I talked about is HBCUs. I feel like colleges are a type of business, and they get a lot of media coverage with parades. But it also gives them a chance to really educate people, and really let people know about Black history through lectures and parades, and also just letting people know what their school is really about. Um, and just like I said, provide information that's beyond what you can look up on Google. So, in conclusion, I mean, Juneteenth serves as a powerful example of how a culturally significant event can influence consumption, express identity, and strengthen community connections, while still grounding its meaning in the long struggle for liberation and the ongoing celebration of Black resistance. As the day has become more widely recognized, it has created space for a variety of consumption practices, from traditional family gatherings and cookouts to the purchase of symbolic clothing, merchandise, and educational materials. And that's all I got.